What's up, football fans, and welcome to Tampa Bay Buccaneers game review on Tim Reynolds Show, as we're reviewing the Week 2 matchup against the Detroit Lions, as both of these teams came in undefeated on the season, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are looking for a little bit of revenge after the Detroit Lions have beaten the Buccaneers in their last two matchups, including last year's playoffs in the divisional round. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come in and they start their opening drive very, very well, marching down the field, and were able to get a field goal on that opening drive, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense has a streak of 23 games where they have not opened up a game on their opening drive with a touchdown. But we would see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers answer with another field goal on their next drive to go up 6-0 in this game before we would see the Detroit Lions offense get a field goal to end the third quarter with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers leading 6-3. When we move to the second quarter, we would see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers get their first big offensive touchdown, as we would see Chris Godwin catch a 41-yard TD pass from Baker Mayfield to put the Tampa Bay Buccaneers up 13-6 in this one, after the Detroit Lions were able to get another field goal in the first half, and we would see that would be our halftime score in this one, as we would see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lead in 13-6 at halftime. And then moving on to the second half, we would have a big third quarter in this one for both offenses, as we would see the Detroit Lions open up the second half with a field goal on that particular drive, and then they would get a touchdown from Montgomery later on in the second half. David Montgomery would get a 1-yard TD run, as we would see the Detroit Lions go up 16-3. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would march right back down the field, as we would see Baker Mayfield bust a move and a groove and hit a big juke move, as he was able to use his rushing skills to get a big 11-yard TD run to put the Buccaneers up 20-16 in the third quarter. And guys, the fourth quarter was all about defense, as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense was able to shut down Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions, who had two drives at the end of this game to be able to take the lead in this one, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense just shut them down, making Jared Goff throw two interceptions in this one, forcing turnovers in this game, as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were able to hold on at the end to win this matchup 20-16 over to the Detroit Lions. What an upset victory in this matchup for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as they really stuck it to the Detroit Lions, not only to their defense, who wasn't able to really control this matchup as far as through the passing game, but we also see this offense for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers really get it together in clutch moments. Now we look at the overall stats for this game. Baker Mayfield went 12 for 19 with 185 yards, one touchdown, one pick in this game, but he got sacked 5 times in this game, so that's got to be addressed by the offensive line, but not very many passing yards in this game, as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense came up clutch when it needed to, especially with the field goal kicker coming in very, very clutch in this one. In the rushing game, we only had 23 carries for 70 yards in this one, which is about 3 yards a carry, so the offense there for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is going to need to be more improved for this rushing attack in order to be better offensively and more balanced moving forward. Then as far as the guys in the receiving game, we see Chris Godwin balled out in this game, had 7 catches for 117 yards and that long 41-yard touchdown. And we also see Mike Evans went 3 catches for 42 yards in this matchup. But man, talk about the Detroit Lions, man. Tough game for them, as we see Jared Goff threw for 307 yards in this game, but did not throw a touchdown in this matchup, but threw 2 picks. Very costly turnovers for the Detroit Lions offense. And we see as far as their rushing numbers, they had 27 carries total for 139 yards for a touchdown in this one that David Montgomery got, as Montgomery went 11 for 35 with that rushing TD. But Jahmyr Gibbs was the guy who balled out for this offense with 13 carries for 84 yards, but he also added 7 catches for 22 yards in this particular matchup. And let's not forget about Amon-Ra St. Brown. He had 11 catches for 119 yards in this matchup, and Jamison Williams also had an impact in the passing game as well. But man, what a tough fought game. Both defenses really showed up in this one, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense was able to shut down the Detroit Lions offense when they had 2 drives at the end of the game to go down and take the lead, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just shut them down, especially with all the injuries in the secondary and on this defense for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where we also found out that defensive tackle All-Pro Vita Vea suffered a knee injury and was out for the whole second half of this game. So hopefully we get some good news on him, as the reports do say it's an MCL strain, which is better than good news than bad news as far as injury concern for that Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, who was also without All-Pro safety Antoine Winfield Jr. in that secondary, and also missing a couple pieces. But man, wow, talk about way to go defense for this Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Way to step up and help this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team get the victory in this one, as they are now 2-0 on the season, and we move on next week to the Denver Broncos. Way to go, Tampa Bay Bucks. Way to get the upset legitimate win over the Detroit Lions. None of the experts picked us in this game, and hey, I love it when they let Baker Mayfield bake, baby, on that offense as he was cooking with Chris Godwin, and that defense really shut down one of the better offenses in football this year in the NFL as we've seen the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense step up when it needed to. Man, what a victory. What a season in the 2024 NFL season rolls on, baby, as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are now 2-0 on the season. Thank you for watching this Tampa Bay Buccaneers game review on Tim Reynolds Show. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more NFL content and more football content right here on the sports entertainment channel, Tim Reynolds Show. Let's go. Peace out, everybody. Let's go. Football season NFL Week 3 is coming up. Let's go.